Hare Krishna! So today's a very important day. Today's Krishna Janmastami. What does that mean? Krishna Janmastami is the day we celebrate Krishna's coming to earth over 5,000 years ago. Astami is because it's eighth. It's the 8th day of the lunar. The kids used to have a lunar calendar. So it's the 8th day of this lunar month. And so that's Astami, and Janma is birth. So Krishna Janmastami, the birth of Krishna on this 8th day of this lunar month. So Krishna Janmastami is a very holy day, very sacred day, of course, for all the devotees in the Krishna tradition, in yoga, in the Vedas. And why is this so important? Well, I'm going to read for you a verse from Bhagavad-gita where Krishna talks about his coming down, about this fantastic topic of God coming down to earth. It's an amazing topic, and Krishna talks about it in the Bhagavad-gita. I'm going to read to you verse 7 of chapter 4. It's probably one of the most famous, if not the most famous verse in Bhagavad-gita. So let's read that first, and then we'll talk more about Krishna Janmastami. So the verse goes like this. Yadā dharmasya glānir bhavati bhārata abhyutthānam adharmasya tadātmānaṁ sṛjāmy aham. And Krishna is saying, the translation, whenever and wherever there is a decline in dharma and, descendant of Bhārata, he's talking to Arjuna, and a predominant rise of adharma, the opposite of dharma, at that time I descend myself. So Krishna explains in Bhagavad-gita why he came down. And the reason is dharma, the path, the what to do, righteousness, living your essence, everybody doing their duty. So that's dharma. So when there's a decline in people doing their duty, living their essence, and a rise of the opposite, adharma, misdeeds, sinful actions, evil, then Krishna comes down to rearrange things, to leave instructions. And so why is Krishna Janmastami important? Because Krishna left all these instructions, Bhagavad-gita being the most famous of them all. So Krishna left the Bhagavad-gita. Krishna came down and stayed on earth for 125 years. And so we have this chance, we have this amazing, in the Vedas, in the Krishna tradition, we have this amazing example of what God is like. It's amazing. We have, of course you don't have to believe it, but we do have a complete description of what God is like, His behavior, His personality traits. And we have clear instructions. We have His clear instructions on spirituality and how to live life. It's amazing. Because if you study, if you take the time to study it, you'll be amazed by it. I mean, what is God like? Read about Krishna, and you'll see this amazing description of this all attract. Krishna means all attractive, and Krishna is all attractive. It's really wonderful. I mean, I dare you, I challenge you to come up with a better description of God than you'll find in the Krishna tradition. I mean, if you had to make up what God is like, you couldn't do better than Krishna. I mean, you wouldn't even come up with it. You wouldn't, it's just perfect. It's amazing stuff. So what is God like? So Krishna showed us what God is like. He was here for 125 years. It was documented. You can read about it. You can read about it in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's a beautiful, very important book. Over 14,000 verses. And 25% of these verses are about Krishna, about His coming 5,000 years ago, and His life. How He came down, his parents, like His childhood, leelas, and His you have this huge amount of information. It's not like a few cryptic verses we're talking about here. We're talking about chapters and chapters of description to work on. So those are amazing, incredible description of God, unlike anything you'll get in any other religious or spiritual tradition in the world. And then you have Krishna's instructions in the form of Bhagavad-gita, which are just amazing. If you study the Bhagavad-gita, you see it's beautiful philosophy, it's consistent, it's practical, it really works. And what blows my mind is that Krishna came down 5,000 years ago on the other side of this planet. I'm recording here in Brazil. Krishna came down in Mathura, other side of the planet. And it all makes sense. You don't have to strike out a single verse of the Bhagavad-gita. You can put everything, you can look at everything. It looks great. Everything makes sense today for me here. It's amazing that. Unlike other religious books, no offense, but if you study the Bible, it's like, okay, no, we definitely don't want to stone our children because they misbehave. Strike that. New Testament, oh yeah, women should only stay pregnant and silent. Oops, that's not so nice. Strike that. And you're striking all these things out because they're like, whoa, that's weird. No, thank you. But not Bhagavad Gita. It's all there, it's all perfect, it all makes sense, it's clear, it's consistent. It's not like different philosophies, again, like the Bible, all these different ideas and philosophies all mixed up and jumbled. No, it's all there, clear, consistent, and practical. You live Bhagavad Gita, you get direct experience of a better life, you feel better, your mind, uplifting consciousness, better state of mind, happiness, joy, bliss. You get it all. It works. So Krishna Janmastami is a very important day, very sacred day. So it's a wonderful day for you to get to know about Krishna, get into it, or if you're into it already, go deeper, rededicate yourself, find out more. It's a wonderful day to take your spiritual life seriously, to take your spiritual search seriously. So if you're watching this on Janmastami, then I hope that you take these blessings, the special blessings that today, as of this very sacred holy day, asking for Krishna to bless you with knowledge, with jnana yoga, so you can get closer to Him, so you can understand, so you can expand your mind and become free of illusion and fear and ignorance. So it's a wonderful day. May Krishna bless all of you with a wonderful day, with lots of love, lots of bhakti, lots of knowledge. Hare Krishna.